Hello everybody and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. So in the previous episode we cleared some of the trees out of here, and we also cleared all the smaller trees for wood chipping, which didn't seem to be the very brightest of ideas. So in the meantime, since then, I have leased this topper. We've got the, I think is it the Real Mulcher mod on, so that we're cleaning all this brush up ready for tree planting. We will also have to go and get the skid steer and get rid of all these stumps. I was toying with whether we should take the big stones out, the big rocks out with the breaker, but I think it will remove too much character, because I didn't realise this would destroy everything. So I'm rather hoping that we do get, like with grass when you cut it, I'm rather hoping that we do get some understory sort of back here once we're done. But if not, we can just run, see I'm bumping into a load of stumps here, if not we can just run over it with the paintbrush and try and make it look that little bit better. Almost there, we've just got one or two of these smaller ones to do, and then we will check out how it looks. I know it looks very bare and bland at the minute, but with a bit of repainting and some new trees in, I think it will look very, very nice. So we will have to, once we get this last, I'm hoping this is the last one, I'm just missing it slightly. So with that gone, I think that is now it. There'll only literally be odds and sods if I have missed anything, but I think I've got them all. So you would have seen I took the Volvo, we can turn that off. I took the Volvo tractor, or is it the BM35, whatever it is. I'd taken that down to the store in preparation for, if we go to here and down to our forestry, tree planters. We are going to lease this one because I do want to, in time, I would like to buy this one, but yeah, I just can't afford to do that at the minute. And what I would like is combinations. We want tree saplings, and I'm looking for the ponder, that's it. So I think we need, if we get 5 pallets of these, maybe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's obviously 100 trees, which should fit into this gap. So with this, we want to go to vehicles, leasing. So let's get rid of that, return, and we will put, we'll put a load of these pallets on. I would like to try and mix it up a bit, because I don't want it to be too uniform, but I don't quite know how to do that. So we may get some of the lodgepole pines to mix in with them, because I'm hoping that they have a slightly different growth rate compared, you know, when you compare them to each other. So we will get slightly different sized trees. That's, I think, one of the things I may be regretting taking the small, I was hoping to take that first one, taking the smaller trees out, is we'll never get them back again unless we put them in, because obviously base game trees, once they're, you know, once you open them up, they will never grow. It's only the trees that we plant that will. I don't want to start too close to the track either, because I would rather not, when they're growing, have all the branches coming over, because we'll be using these tracks a fair amount. So if we turn this on and drop it down, I think the first tree can go there. That should be fine. We'll make our way up this side and down the other, and then we'll just have a look to see whether we just do them in lines but then alternate, so I can get some of the lodgepole to go next in this line as it were. But we'll see. So that is nearly, well, that's 130 trees in this area. My only worry is I just hope it doesn't drop my frame rate. So we just lift it up. Oh, if it hit that big stone. Let's try and get over that without too many issues. We'll put one in here, and then I'm sure we'll find somewhere else to dispose of the other 7 maybe. Unless, okay, that dropped in now. We just want to get another one out into this gap. 6, and we'll find somewhere else to put these others. So I thought we're a bit lucky on this corner just beneath the yard, so we can put a few into here to keep these out of the way, and there we go. So let's return this now. Oh, wrong button. Vehicles, leasing, let's return that. So my plan is, there is a lot of money in the iron smelting factory, the metal factory, however you want to call it. So we need somewhere to put it. I don't want to put it on our land here. I've had a look around. There's amples of places that we could put something on, but I'm very, very, very reluctant to do so. So I am just going to have another look and see whether I can find anywhere, because ideally we want to be close. But if you look at 23 is perfect because there's a flat area here, but it's 225,000. And then I think the next cheapest, well, the cheapest one in the area is Farmland 15, which there is a possibility. Where am I? I want to be all the way down on this bottom. So there is the possibility. Clean these trees out. We could put it on this corner here, or I think, or maybe it's on this middle bit. How would it fit here? Construction. See, up on this top bit there, you could pull that out and do it on there maybe. But do we own? I don't know whether we own that or not. But I would like it to stay looking sort of in keeping with the map. So where was I? Down here. So you look at that. That's going to completely encompass that whole island. We could pull this corner off a bit, but then I don't think that will look. You'd have to go like so. I don't know how that would look in there. It's a bit garish. And the only other place that I thought was up here, but then you've got all these big hills to navigate. Jump, 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 jump. You could go halfway, but then you got to remember you got to get your lorries in and whatnot and load up. So this was another place which I don't want to come across as a bit of a copycat, because I know there is another YouTuber who, when they did this in FS22, this is where they put it. But to me, it makes the most amount of sense that you could buy this bit of land. We could take these better logs off. We'd have to, well, the redwood, I think by law you can't cut them down, but they would have to go, and you could put it on here, and then you have access to a main road as well. So to purchase this, which it just fits, is 105. So we do need to basically double our money. So let's have a quick look at production. So we still have wood in the sawmill, and we still have wood in our, what's it called, the wood turner. So now we've got them planted, we are going to go and rest. We're going to sleep through the night, and hopefully they would have made us some more products to sell. And good morning. And again, we now have a load of products. So if we find, well, we need to bring this back up, because this will have to go onto the trailer. We'll also have to bring the skid steer up to get these loaded. Oh, amazing, it has grassed over. That's brilliant. It's even got some flowers. So that would be amazing. I really like that. So let's get this loaded up. Well, let's get this attached to the trailer. Let's get the skid steer up, and we will start loading. So I did notice in the last episode, when I was editing it very quickly, I did spot something on a roof which I completely forgot about from when it was in 22's version, which looked to me like it could be another collectible. And I'm just debating whether it's something that we do go and gather up, or we see if we make enough for the land purchase out of this, and then we leave it maybe for another time. But there is also this in the sale, this forestry trailer, which it is. I want to have a look at the new ones. Is it here? So I think it must be 3, 4, what's that, 3 bars, small without seat. Forestry trailer, small with seat. Is it the small one? Small with seat. I think that may be a lot easier than our forwarder. So for £11,000, it's really quite cheap if it's going to make our life that little bit easier. So I am debating whether we should look at purchasing that as well, which if we do, we may then not have enough money for that bit of land. I have a feeling we have more products here than when we first originally took our first load. So let's pull into here and release the straps. 70,000, that's amazing. So with that, we can go and buy field 13, well, not field, farmland 13. Oh no, can't buy that. I think we're just gonna have to, yes, we're gonna have to do that. So let's buy that. That leaves us with £17,000, which also leaves us with enough money for this trailer. Do we need to change the wheels or anything? No. Alright, let's buy that, and we will make our way up there and look at clearing some trees. But first we're going to gather up our new trailer, because that can do all our logs for us. and I think we're probably best doing it with, oh, I've turned too tight there, we're probably best just doing it with a chainsaw, and we can clear our site ready so that the next episode we can focus on trying to raise the other 180,000 plus the leasing fees of, we're going to go straight in with all the big machinery. I think that's probably the best option to do, is just to go straight in, because I know the price of metal, unless it's changed, but if we look onto here, prices, metal, where is, oh, I've gone miles past it, metal, yeah, so we're looking at £9,000, because I think we're going to send the majority of it to the roller coaster, because I'd like to get that built sooner rather than later. And we also, something that I completely forgot about, was the boat. We could also build the boat, which that does take metal as well, but you also need shingles, floor tiles, all that sort of thing. So I think this is where I'm planning, this is where I'm thinking is the best place for it. So there's the iron ore factory just across from here, but I did go the completely wrong way, which was, well, it wasn't the right decision, put it that way. So these, we can just get rid of these. They're no good for anything, so delete that. Is there any? So we can chop these trees down. Where's my, I was forgetting where Crouch was then. So let's take that down. Is there any more? Yes, there's a few in here. I don't want to go too far back, because I'd like to try keep it looking as natural as possible, because it is a very, very beautiful map. So that down. I think this is as far as where I want to go. That's dead, so that can go like so. And this small one, or should we leave that for the time being? That's a dead one, so that can go as well. Try tidy it up a little bit, but especially with it being around these redwoods does make it look very, very nice. So I'm going to quickly strip all these off, cut them all down, and then we can have a look at where the best place to put this is, because I think I noticed when I did the time lapse of chipping the trees, I did notice it was a bit here, there and everywhere all over the place. So I don't think you would like to see that again. And here we are, we're just getting these first, well, the last bits of our logs done. So I'm just trying to get, I haven't played for a while, so it's just trying to get back used to the controls. So we'll lift this up. It's a nice little crane is this, but you can tell it's only small because we can only carry on doing these 5 metre lengths. We can't go any bigger, which was sort of my hope. And obviously with the stands that it has to have, we can't just pull forward as and when we want to. So, which is where the forwarder has a big plus involved with it. So let's just, can we get all this in one go? Has that got them all in position? If we can, that'll be amazing. Or is it just going to drop them all? Right, deep breath. Let's hope we can keep all these going like so. And let's drop these down before we lose any. Open wide. Smashing. So that is, all these will go back to our sawmill, so we can use them all there. So we'll just drop the crane down like so. If we press X, it will fold up, which you'll see the seat go down. Oh, hello. And you should see, oh, they already raised. You see the legs and the seat go. And it kicks us out. So I have, let's strap these down like so, and you will see the area that we have now created and got ourselves a nice bit of timber for. So here, this is now all open. So if we go into construction and go down to 180, here it is. So we should now be able to get this something like, if we put it just past, do we put it just past the lamppost, or should we bring it further back where there's a bit more room? we could actually, if we removed a few more trees, we could actually bring it further back and it'll give us more room. That's probably what we'll do, but you get the idea of where we wanted to put this, and then you'll see we have this track here which we will use to go up and down towards the sawmill. Right, we will get these back to our yard now. Well, I know one thing, there are some lovely tracks and routes in this map. As you were saying, I had to press record as we were going over that bridge, you know, and then there was another one straight after it, and it is just beautiful. But right, we are now home, so we're going to go and put this into here. Look, we've already got another thing of beams. That must have nearly have been ready from this morning when we emptied. So let's go put these into here, and then I am going to have a bit of a look. I don't want to... Oops, I've hit the crane. Let's lower... Can we go any further out? Or does the crane have to be... Okay, so the crane has to be unfolded. So let's unfold that, and we can just lower that. And if we fold it back up again... Oh, let's try not to touch it. Let's fold it back up again. And put this into here. We can now empty. So the last job of the day of what I would like to do, let's just turn this off, is let's find our harvester. I want to, this bank side here, I don't want to do too much with it because I think it's a very, very nice bank, but I think there's little things like this bit of dead wood here. This can go. So we drop this down, and I'm trying to remember what my buttons were now. Is that cut it? No. Are we not in a cutting position? Why is that not cutting? Are we not at all right there? That looks right. If I do so the alignment works, drop it down. Oh, my cut button isn't working. There we go, we've got it working now again. So I do want to just take some of these deadwood trees out on this bank, and then I have noticed there are a few trees which are all quite close together, so we can take the odd one out of there, but I don't want to ruin the view that we have from the top of the bank. So you'll see, like there's a deadwood tree there, which if we... Oh no, that's not... Oh, there's one up there though, so we can take that. I do find this a lot easier in first person view. So let's go up the bank, we can take this dead wood out, and then we can just start doing a little bit of thinning. I can't see, there we go. And so let's now grab this one, just pull it back slightly. Does that cut it? No. I'm not doing very well with harvester today. Right, that's got it now. So we can pull this down the bank to make our life that little bit easier. So we can pull it into there. And then yeah, I'm just going to get on, just only do a handful, and then it gives us some timber for the wood turner, because I don't know how much we have left in there. I think that's going to be the last tree of this session. Ooh, better just mind that stump. there is a bit of a clearing here that we could plant more trees in. And I think you'd never really notice that I had taken a load of trees out there. So I ummed and ahed, and I said if we had enough money we would do it, and we do. But I think it's worth just getting it. Personally, hold on, I've gone the wrong way there. Flight mode. It is here, on top of the fire station. It's, I saw it when I was driving to the wood turner, which is just over there. So, what is it? We can take flight mode off now. Take flight mode off. It is a cockerel, or a rooster, wherever you are. So we'll take that. That's another £50,000, thank you very much. And then it may, to get, because the big thing is once we get this iron ore factory, well, at least if we were stuck up there, there's no better place than a fire and rescue station to have a ladder to get you out. So on that note, I think, oh, should we just do one more? I can't help myself. Usually a big bit of machinery like this, it's not often you get to do it, but when you do, it is a great bit of fun. We will have to go into there at some point and start thinning, which that actually may be the next port of call. Is that a dead one in front of us? We'll take this dead one out, and then we may even try looking at some point at doing some contracts. And whilst we're here, I know a good thumbnail. Oh, it's always hard when you try to do the shimmer reverse. It's hard enough at times normally. So, is that on yet? Forward. There we go. And that should be quite a nice little thumbnail for this episode. So let's just take this one down quickly, and we can just move it to the side, because with it being dead there's no point having it up. And yeah, on that note, I just want to say to everybody, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.